this is where you want to go.
Hello there everybody, I'm the Amastorian and welcome back for another video. This is gonna be a book series review, this time on the Harry Potter and the Wizarding World. Yeah, the Harry Potter series. So let's get to it. I gotta say first that I just adore this series. I mean, J.K. Rowling's just nailed it on this one. It's wow, the world, the Wizarding World with all these monsters, the Diagon Alley, Hogwarts. How about Godric's Hollow and all the other places? And now even they are expanding into the USA and France, I think, in the second part of the next video movie coming out here. I have not seen the second movie. I've seen the first of the latest, so I cannot review on those properly. So I'm not gonna mention them more. But I love this world. It's just wow. It's just so vibrant of life and detail. I mean, she has even gone into sweets, candy, with Bertie Bott's every flavored beans and chocolate frogs that jump out of the box. I mean, chocolate that jumps. Why? Just for a laugh. What is the purpose of candy? Well, candy is supposed to make you feel better for a little moment by tasting good. Yeah? So, why not add a little spell to it to make you laugh a bit more? If it was possible, if humans today had this kind of magic, this kind of candy absolutely would exist. Has it any real purpose of use? No. But candy doesn't have that purpose of use anyway, so besides to just make us feel a little bit better for the moment. So I feel that this is a masterstroke from J.K. Rowling to include this kind of stuff. Just adds to the mystery and the realism in the world. And it adds in a big way. Even if certain parts just are weird, like the basilisk, the way it's supposed to be bred from, I think it's supposed to be hatched from an egg laid by a rooster hatched under a toad. Oh come on, this is just weird. Yeah, okay, it's supposed to be magic. She's supposed to have picked up on these legends from folklore. Yeah, I can buy that. Okay, okay. I will forgive her for that. Okay, I will. But the world is so vibrant. Platform 9 3/4. You walk through a wall and you get there. Okay. If you're not magical, you run into the wall and you're not getting through. Okay? So easy to keep muggles out. Okay? What is the difference between the books and the movies? Well, basically not much, and also quite a bit. Well, let's think about it. The audiobooks takes about 9 hours, 10 hours to get through. That's 9 to 10 hours of reading a book. Squeeze that into a movie on 2 hours. That's 7 to 8 hours lost of material. That's quite a lot. That means you are gonna miss stuff in the movies that is not, that simply could not fit in. And stuff that was fitted in is changed. The statue in Chamber of Secret, I think it's supposed to be a full-size statue with body and all of it. But in the movie it's just the head. And the conversation in there that Harry has with Tom Riddle is much longer in the book, and so on and so on. There are bits and pieces here and there that is quite shortened. Severus Snape dies. He gives his memories to Harry, and Harry takes them back to the pensive and pours them in and has a look at his memories. In the movie, these memories are quite short and quite rudimentary. They are very short and to the point. But in the books you get much more information that clears up a lot more and gives more depth to the entirety of the memories and the story. So I feel if you like the movies, go and go and read the books. You're gonna like them even more, okay? And another part I wanted to discuss on this one is Lord Voldemort, or Tom Riddle. He has made himself sort of immortal by using Horcruxes. What is a Horcrux? Well, a Horcrux is an object that which a wizard hides a piece of his soul. So when his body is destroyed, he ends up in this sort of half-life existence, and from which he can actually come back, which Lord Voldemort does. But I feel that he is neglecting a lot of stuff in this. I mean, if you look at what actually happens, Lord Voldemort is supposed to be the best sorcerer in the world. Maybe apart from Albus Dumbledore, but he's supposed to be top-notch. The scientist of the world. The best of the best. And he makes some critical mistakes here. Number one. In the book Secrets of the Darkest Arts, which he gets the idea and the instructions from, the book warns against making these because it makes your soul unstable. And he doesn't end up making one, which the book sorely warns about. He makes 6 of them, which ends up making his soul so unstable he actually blasts off a piece of his own soul, which latches onto Harry when he tries to kill him as a baby. And Lord Voldemort, as a result, dies, or ends up in this half-spirit state. My point here is, if he didn't make so many, he might not have had this problem with his soul simply breaking apart even more. If he made just one, that problem might not have occurred. Number 2 is his neglect of the security of the Horcruxes. I mean, if you're gonna make a object like this that is so important for your survival, aren't you gonna protect it the best way you can? I feel he only protected 2 of his, or 3, maybe 3 of his Horcruxes properly. One he sticks in a cave, which proper magical protections. Yeah, I still feel it could have been done better, but okay. That one had at least the best protection he could give it. The other one, that was the locket, yeah. The other one, the ring he buries in his ancestor's shack under some other protection. Okay, that one was fairly protected too. Okay. And another one, the cup of Helga Hufflepuff. He puts in Bellatrix Lestrange's vault in Gringotts. Yeah, that's fairly good. Come on, it's a bank vault. What can be better than a bank vault? That's okay. But the diadem of Ravenclaw he puts in the room of requirement, a room at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry that comes to anyone who wants it, and it makes itself useful for whatever you want it to be. That is not very good. Now, Lord Voldemort is very, very arrogant, and he believes that he himself was the only one to actually find this room. How stupid is he? When this room is filled to the ceiling, it's cathedral-sized and filled to the ceiling, racks and racks and racks of stuff that people have hidden at Hogwarts for ages. And he thinks he's the only one to find this room? Come on, how stupid is he? It's like every goddamn student have hidden something and... Ooh, I gotta hide this. Ooh. Oh, there's a door. Chuck it in there. Every goddamn student had to hide something there to fill that room to that degree. And he thinks he's the only one. Nah. Not very proper hiding place in my book. I think he should have hidden that thing in the Chamber of Secrets, the only room at the school where he could get in. Where you need parcel tongue to the ability to speak the snakes to get into that room. And when it's in there, it's protected by a freaking basilisk. Can you ask for a better protector for this thing? Okay, a basilisk is one of the few things that can actually destroy a Horcrux. Okay, put that thing, that Horcrux, put it in a box and enchant that so the basilisk can't jump through it. Another thing is that the other Horcruxes he gives to Malfoy. Malfoy has no idea what it is, so he ends up using it for his own gain, and it gets destroyed. Nagini the snake, well, he has a pet, so he gives a piece of his soul to his pet. Not very... might be useful to have his soul in there so he can control the snake good, but it's not very prudent if he wants to protect that piece of the soul so he can stay alive. That's what I think it's neglecting the protection of these. Another thing is that he has not a contingency for when he gets blown to pieces and his body is destroyed and he ends up in this state. In the first movie, he is trying to get a hold of the Philosopher's Stone. A stone that can create an elixir of life that can restore his body. Now, that is pretty significant. Why the hell did he not have a Philosopher's Stone at hand before? Why didn't he have made one himself? He is supposed to be the best sorcerer in the world. Why didn't he make one himself before all of this? When he had his powers, when he had his body, when he could have done it and had one ready available and made this elixir from the beginning, so when he ends up in this state, he just get over there, takes a swig of this, and he's good to go again. No, he doesn't. He's so arrogant, he doesn't think he's gonna need it. He doesn't want to depend on an elixir for his immortality. He wants to depend on his Horcruxes, multiple of them. That is very, very bad planning. In my opinion, what he should have done to make this better, he should have only made one Horcrux and give it as much protection as possible. I mean the cave times 10. Maybe even put it in the, say the Chamber of Secrets with Basilisk, add more of these caves and more of these enormous doors in front of it to make it even worse of a drag to get to it, and more obstacles, more inferi, and more whatever. And that would have made it a lot more protected, and then he could also have made another similar location so he could get to, in a spirit form, to get the elixir of life and get his body back. So when he gets blown to pieces, he gets back and boom! He's as good as new. That would have made it a hell of a lot harder to get rid of this guy. Wow, that would have been a real pain in the ass. But I really, really do enjoy these books. I've read them multiple times, and I really enjoy them, and I really, really recommend them. For adults, for children, for anything between. And yeah, it's just good books. They are very cute. They are very, very good, and I highly recommend them. And that will be it for now, I think. Like, share, subscribe. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram. And that will be it for now. Bye bye.
Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe.